Hey everybody, Vitaliy is here and welcome to my MLSP Hangout. Welcome guys, welcome Bill and Joy. We have a couple more people that need to show up here. I'm super excited for what we are going to talk about today. I know I have no slides that I prepare for you. I'm going to just talk from my heart. All of this technical part and going into details, how to build your business on a granular level. That is going to be reserved for my membership site. I'm actually registered a domain name mlspfasttrack210k.com, and this is where I'm going to be hosting all of my trainings and video tutorials and stuff like that will help you crush it in MLSP in your home business. But for now, can you see and hear me, guys? Bill and Joy, I know you are
Yes.
here.
You hear me?
I hear you, Bill.
Yes, I can hear you. I see you. I hear you.
Awesome. Joy, are you with us? Well, no response from Joy, and we have a couple more people that are not live, like Adam and Jay on the chat box. So if you can hear and see us, type in the chat box. All right. So before we're going to jump into some Q&A session, I'm going to ask you, how you're doing and where are your places that you are kind of stuck right now and how you can go to the next level and what exactly you need to do and focus on to, just get the momentum that you want in your business. I want to take a moment and talk to you straight about what it takes to succeed in this business, because a lot of people, they're searching for the secret, like, what is the secret, how did it happen that I now appear on the leaderboards and in the first place among thousands of affiliates, and some people are asking, what is your secret, what is your secret traffic source, what is it that you're doing? And guys, there is no secret. I'm here to tell you, there is no secret. It's all freaking hard work. It's all, adding value to the marketplace and going beyond just solving problems for people, but really having something transformational that you will inspire other people and encourage them to achieve their goals and dreams and stuff like that. It's all about consistency, your mindset. So you have to treat it like a real business and not like a hobby. Okay, a lot of people, they're having unrealistic expectations when they come to this business. I'm just going to send, what is the traffic source, and just going to send 100 clicks or 1,000 clicks to the offer, and some people are going to buy and some people are not going to buy, and they're focused on the wrong things. They're focused on the money. They're looking to make a quick buck, and they are not having this big picture view in mind of who they want to brand themselves and how do they see their business growing in 6 months and 12 months, and really, what is it that they're going to create that is above and beyond what everybody else is doing. And this is the key, your vision and your belief in your vision, all of those invisible type of stuff that is going on, behind the scenes. That's what people don't understand. Your energy, how you show up in your business every single day. This stuff cannot be measured. This is not like a specific strategy, but the attitude that you have in your business, your level of belief in yourself that you can do it, and how big is your vision, and does it include other people? That you have something that other people will want to be a part of what you are doing. If you don't have something like that, this is why you may be struggling. And the more clear you will be about what it is that you want to build, okay? Well, what is your business all about, and who are you? What do you stand for? What do you represent? And what is your mission? What is your big purpose? And what is your calling? Um, it has to be beyond just making money. It has to be beyond just taking care of you and your family. It has to be something much bigger that will include many other people. So we have Joy here twice right now. I'm not sure why. Let's see. So we have to go outside of your comfort zone and do stuff that you are not used to do. Okay, and really go the extra mile and figure out what it is that you don't want to do, and that's probably what you should be doing, right? When you're thinking about, okay, what should I do to really 10x my business, to have 2015 my biggest year, my breakthrough year, what I need to do. And when you think about that, what are the some of the things that you know you should do, and you probably don't want to do them because you are uncomfortable, because it's something that you are not used to do. It's maybe you are in transition to become something more, something bigger than you are right now. Your identity changes, and this is the tricky part. This is the challenging part. To challenge yourself to show up as somebody who is one step bigger than your current you. Growing into a leadership role, this is one of the most challenging things that you will do, but you have to step up into becoming a leader if you want to get results in this business. There's no way around it. In order to create something big and rally people around you from all over the world to believe in you and your vision, and join you and work with you and hire you as a coach and whatever it is, you have to communicate it. You have to communicate your vision and inspire it. Does it make sense, Bill?
Very much so. I think what I was thinking when you were saying that was little things. It gets back into the motivation. It gets back into the mindset. For me, it's a subtle thing, but I never want to get to a point where I have to write a blog post, I have to do a video. It's more of connecting those actions to something that I want, to where I'm not going to sabotage myself down the way because I'm obligated to do it. I want to link it to something that is positive, that empowers me, the reason I'm doing this, in essence, that why reason. That's what I want to link stuff to, because then it's enjoyable, because this is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and you better have some fun with it, or you're going to burn out, or you're not going to fulfill what you want to do. That's my thought.
Oh yeah, Bill, absolutely. Yeah, it's awesome that you brought this thing about having fun, because it's really all about having fun in the end results. In the end of the day, if you're not having fun, then why are you doing that, right? It's your passion. It's you're building a global business from home. You're creating content. You're inspiring people. You're helping changing people's lives. I mean, it's fun. And I know that sometimes really, the technical part of what you need to do, and sometimes it can be frustrating if something doesn't turn out this way or that way. It can be a little bit mundane at times, but you can bring the joy to any kind of thing that you do, whatever it is. Whatever you are struggling with, you can bring the joy to it anyway, and come up and show up with the energy to do it in a way that you'll feel good about.
You
Because
know what? I don't know if you can hear me.
yeah.
Okay. One of the other things that I found is this. I mean, everybody has different challenges when they start this. There are certain things that will come very easy for me. The writing, the video stuff, that's going to be an easier part for me. The learning part, the setting everything up part, the demystifying a million different concepts, and what do I learn? When do I learn them? All of that was hard for me to digest, the enormity of it, and I struggled with some overload for a while. I got a new computer a couple of months ago, and I was forced to do a million different computer things that I didn't know how to do, and I hated it. But I did them, and in doing them, you get to a point of just more confidence, because not that you wanted to do it, but it was like you had to do it. And then you get to a point one day where you just feel like it's almost like flipping a switch, where you just feel like in its entirety,
Huh.
either I can do this or I can figure out somebody that can help me, direct me to get an answer on how I can do this and keep moving. And when you get to that point, it's a mindset switch, and it's less debilitating mentally on you. You feel like, hey, there's a lot to do, but instead of groping, I'm going to be able to do this. And then once you get to that, it's like a shift of gears. And I think I agree with
Absolutely.
what you have said and other people have said. Most of this business is staying in it mentally, day after day, week after week, month after month, and staying in it and not faking it even to yourself as to where you're at, because you look at certain people that are mentors to us, and you just see their daily activity, and you
Yeah.
get to a point where I think hopefully you enjoy it and you're having some fun with it, instead of, I've got to do it. That's taxing. If you want to do it, it's a whole different push.
And you become unstoppable. You just when you know inside of you that you can break through any challenges, that no matter what it is in front of you, you can figure this out. You can learn what you need to learn. You can go and find people, find resources, find the courses, the information, whatever it takes to figure out how to do it. When you have this kind of belief inside of you, then you will just become unstoppable. And when you have a challenge in front of you, you don't know how to do something, you go and figure this stuff out.
Well,
This is the kind of, yeah.
a few months ago, when I was on so much of the stuff, I almost felt like I was more back on my heels because I wasn't familiar with it. I wasn't a computer idiot, but to do a bunch of these different little things that I hadn't been exposed to in its totality was just draining me.
Mm.
But I still got through it and whatever. But when you get to a point where you're more on your heels with it versus, I can bleep and do this bleep. I can do this.
Right.
And it's not like you're saying it to anybody. You just kind of get it to yourself. It becomes easier because you're not fighting it as much. You just feel like it's like shifting gears mentally. And I think we need to have a lot of those gear shifts to get that momentum. It's all about getting momentum, and the hardest part is at the beginning.
Absolutely. It's always the hardest part in the beginning to build you, to build your brand, to start speaking again, to find your voice. That's what a lot of people are missing. They've never been speaking like that in their entire lives, right? They've been employees, they've been in schools, but to show up on camera and start speaking and inspiring people, that can be very challenging for a lot of people, right? To start writing in a blog post in such a way to be a teacher, that's a role that a lot of people have never played before. So it's all about, it's a process, right? It's a journey. So that's why you have to invest in you above everybody else, right? You need to invest in you to build your brand, to really increase your personal value. You have to invest in yourself. There is no other way around it, and then it's all about hard work. Putting the hard work, bringing the energy to every single day, showing up and owning your own agenda. Just removing all of the distractions that you have. There are so many distractions, guys. Every single day. Not just in the business itself, not just in on the internet land. From we are bombarded with different emails that we get from different marketers pulling to different directions. On the internet, on Facebook, you can spend hours just scrolling down and checking out to what the other people are doing. That's not productive things to do. But there's also a lot of distractions in the real life, right? With the people around us, with our family, with our friends, and that's where the challenge that comes, to get rid of as much of distractions that you have, both what you do in the office and what you do in your family, and get laser focused on a couple of things that you will do consistently every single day. That's the challenge. to figure out what is the plan. What is the plan? What do you need to do on a what do you need to focus on a day-to-day basis, and literally, you know, track yourself how much time you spend on those activities. And Karen, I see you're with us. Welcome. Karen, do you hear us?
Hi guys.
Karen? Hey Jay. How
How
are you doing?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Awesome, awesome. We don't see your picture, but that's okay. And we also have Karen here, and we have two Joy here that we don't hear yet. We didn't hear yet, and we have Bill here. So what we are talking today, in case you missed for right now, we're talking about, well, what it takes to succeed in home business. And I don't have slides prepared on this webinar with you. I just want to candidly speak with you from heart to heart and figure out what are the some of the blocks, some of the challenges that people are having in I will have to mute Karen. Okay, Karen is muted. All right. So, a lot of this stuff is mental. Okay, it's all mindset, and you have to invest in your mindset every single day. I don't know if you're doing that, but you have to do it if you don't do it yet. You know, every single day you have to put in great information in your mind, and you know that speaks about confidence and belief level and vision and what it takes to grow a successful business, and really seek out the best mentors, the best information out there, and put it on a consistent basis, because this is how you're going to increase your personal value and become this leader that other people are looking for. This is how you're going to come up with all of those content ideas and create content on a consistent basis, whatever the channels are, on your blog, on your email list, on the videos that you're creating. It's all comes from different sources. You know, there is no need to reinvent the wheel, right? All the information is already under the sun. Somebody else has already figured it out. You just need to like learn, do, and teach. This is what you need to do. Learn the skills that are required. You know, work on your mindset. Learn what you need to learn. Then do and apply it as soon as possible. Don't wait for perfection. You know, don't wait until it's all been is going to be figured out, or you know, waiting for some perfect condition. Stuff like that doesn't exist. You have to do things right now that you know you should be doing, and not delaying any one day further, that you know you need to do. What you need to do, you need to do it right now, and as soon as possible. And this is the key. Going fast and doing things fast and taking massive action, not being in this learning mode all the time, right? From jumping from webinar to webinar to webinar, but really having a plan and deciding, okay, for the next 90 days, I'm going to execute this plan, and I'm going to do it consistently every single day until I get results, and really adapting this mindset of I'm going to do it until. Okay, so this is a little bit of a mindset. What are your thoughts, Bill?
Well, I would agree. I mean, the biggest thing I'm doing right now is the mindset's totally not lost on me. In terms of day-to-day stuff, what I'm trying to do is get different pieces in place to where then when I start on that 90-day plus really big push, that everything is pretty much in place, and then I can actually take the steps that I want to be doing versus fiddling with making it work. So, I've been watching some videos and whatever, but I feel like I'm really, really close to be able to start doing new tasks. In essence, doing different things that are going to be more to make money versus laying foundation. So that's kind of what's going on with me right now, and just moving forward.
All right, cool. What are your thoughts, Jay?
Well, yeah, probably I agree as well. basically you need to, if you can, you could even write down your thoughts, what you need to do basically to achieve your goals. Just to see in a visible place, just what you need to do, like you said, in 90 days. Some people is the best thing to to put in a visible place, so you're gonna see it every day, and you're gonna know you definitely need to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, you can even install an app. I have an app here on my phone, my Pocket Coach, and I set up the things that I need to do daily, and I just track it. You know, when I've done something, I click on it, I track it, it's done.
I probably need to get one of them as well.
It kind of helps to keep some track. And on the big picture view, you know what you need to focus on. You need to build your list, and you need to build relationship with people on the list, right? To treat them right and add value to their life, so they will trust you and provide insane amounts of you know, motivation, inspiration, and letting people know into who you are and your story. And the more you can have people to spend more time with you, the more success you will create. You know, okay, like, think about it. You know, when the more people are going to be exposed to your content, the more they're going to trust you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one part of the equation is to create the content, right? The other part of the equation is to have people to see what you have created, right? So there are just a couple of things that you need to focus on in this business, and you need to generate leads, right? To build your list, that's number one. You need to grow your social media channels. Pick a couple of them. You know, for me, it's YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Those three. You can start with Facebook and YouTube, or only Facebook. You know, make it easier on yourself. So grow your social media channel. It's like your secondary email list, and then provide value. And when I talk about providing value, you know, this is your primary role as a value creator in your business. I'm saying, you know, thinking about going into the customer's shoes, going to people that you want to serve, into their shoes, and look at how they look at things. Think about, you know, what has helped you to create some breakthroughs that you had. You know, what are you learning that is helping you? And talk about that. Talk about your experiences, being genuine. And what value is like a vague word. What does it mean to provide value? What it doesn't mean is when you are talking about, you know, signing up to a business opportunity, right? That's not value. That should come at the end. That's promotion. That's pitching. That's not value. You need to when you start talking about your business or somebody to take some action, it should be way after you've helped them realize, you know, why they needed the benefits, and help them change their thinking and their belief of why in the first place it's important that they will take action on it, even before you speak about the benefits. Like, if you watched my lesson 4, have you watched my lesson 4 in the home business bootcamp training that I've done, that I talk about MLSP? Who watched it? So in this video, if you haven't watched it yet, watch it later. In this video, I'm talking about why it's important to target home business entrepreneurs, struggling home business entrepreneurs, right? And then I'm helping them realize and seeing results in advance. I show them how MLSP works. I show them the power that they have with MLSP. And even before that, I'm teaching them stuff. I'm teaching them, you know, some of the strategies, some of the ways that they can get results fast. So, and when I talk when I'm talking about with people, you know, on social media and having conversations, I never pitch anything, right? I never do that. What I do is I'm trying to see how I can help people, and I direct them to trainings that will be most relevant to what they need. That's what I do. I direct them back to my blog and back to my value sequences. That's what I do. And when people come there, they see the value, they learn, they get information, and they immediately, things shift. They see that I have value to offer, and they come back, and they sometimes ask more questions, and I answer those questions. That's how trust is built. That's how trust is built. You know, in the first time, I see Bill has a question. Bill, do you still are you still connected to the microphone? Joey, do you hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, cool. I see Joy is here. Karen, I muted your microphone. Let me try to unmute you. Karen, do you hear us? How do I unmute her? One moment. Let's see.
Now?
Hello? Who is that?
Do you hear me?
Yes, Karen, finally.
Hi.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So what are some of your thoughts on what we've been talking about just the last 10 minutes?
I actually joined in the last like 3, 4, 5 minutes. So
All right.
still catching up.
All right, cool, cool. So guys, you need to start figuring out what is your daily plan should look like. Okay, what you need to be focusing on a daily basis, and whatever it is for you, there are just a couple of things that you need to focus on: creating content, right? Building your list, emailing your list, promoting the content, and connecting with people. That's what you need to focus on. Nothing else. Everything else is distraction. Everything else is not that important. Okay. Of course, you need to take the time to um, to learn some skills, right? To attend some webinars and stuff like that. That's how you're going to come up with content. You can create. There's unlimited content ideas for you. Inside MLSP, there are so many webinars that you can watch and just take the information. Whenever you're learning something, this is literally what you do. You watch the webinar, but not like a consumer just consuming the information. Hear me out on this. Not just like a consumer, but thinking like a presenter, like a teacher, like a marketer. How you're going to explain this information to other people. You see what I mean? You summarize, you take notes, you summarize all of the information, all of the ideas, and start playing around with those ideas. You can even say to yourself out loud what it is that you just learned right now from what you've been learning, okay? After watching the webinar, stop and summarize all of the ideas, speak to yourself a little bit, and summarize what it is that you learned. And then immediately go and figure out, to teach it to other people. Okay, just transitioning from being a consumer to being a producer. Okay, and the faster you can do this, the faster you can learn and summarize the information, and then translate it and put in your own voice, your own story, your own perspective on things, put your own spin on it, and then get it to other people. The faster you can do that, the faster you're going to gain momentum. Doesn't make sense, Bill?
Yeah, um, I think it's just starting from, kind of smaller baby steps. I mean, you have to start somewhere, and that's a good way. I think that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, you have to start somewhere. That's absolutely true. There is no such excuse as I cannot get results because I don't have results yet. You know, nobody nobody has results when they first got started in this business. Okay, the result is something that incrementally happens when you start putting more focus on how you can help other people, and gaining the skills that are going to make you valuable because of what you know. So people will want to learn more from you because of the value that you have. So you gain momentum step by step by one more piece of content that you released, one more uh, person that you talk to. Do you know how many people I talk to on Facebook on a consistent basis, on a weekly basis? There are a lot of people, and I do that, not because I don't want to automate processes and leverage my time, and or I don't value my time, or there is not the point here. First of all, I want to gauge what people are struggling with, right? I want to gauge the market, what people are, focusing on. And when you ask the questions, people are going to respond. People are going to answer. If you're genuinely interested in them, and if you ask the right question, they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you what's going on. What is that they're working on. And if you build your social media, your Facebook wall, the way that I teach you, they're going to come to your wall and they will start to receive some value from you on your Facebook wall, and they're going to tell you even more. And if you get them, if you can get them to a Skype live conversation, it's even better. If you can talk to them live, because with MLSP you have a lot of solutions that you can offer to people, that people who are not members of MLSP they don't have, like the funnelizer. Who have seen the funnelizer in action? Just the recent webinar.
Oh yeah, I have.
Bill has, and everybody else?
No.
No. Jay, you didn't see it. And Joy, Karen.
I
If
don't
you
think
have,
so.
okay, so if you haven't seen the last webinar that Brian Fanelli and Mark Harbour did on the funnelizer, you need to watch it, because there on this webinar they show you the power of funnelizer, and this is one of the big problems that it solves for people, like lead pages. Lead pages is a great tool to create capture pages and different sales pages and webinar pages and stuff like that, but it costs like at least $37 per month or $67 per month. And in MLSP, they get it all in one place, the funnelizer. That works even better than lead pages in terms that it is connected to the CRM, the customer relationship manager. Who is using the customer relationship manager in MLSP?
The owner, isn't it?
You're not using it, Bill. You're not using it, Bill, don't you? Nobody's using the CRM. Well, you need to start using the CRM. You need to start using the CRM and track, all of your leads that you generate, all of your connections. It should be all tracked in the CRM. So you have like with the funnelizer and CRM, you have two powerful tools that you can offer people, and that's where you can hold a lot of value. Now, a lot of you, I don't know who already created some sort of a lead magnet and a sales funnel. Who has already created some sort of a sales funnel? Anybody? All right. If you haven't created yet your sales funnel, you should do that. Okay? You should do that, and it's not that complicated as you may think. Okay, you don't have to create a fancy video style training like bootcamp training that I've done, because it takes more work to do that. You can come up with a lead magnet that is going to be something that, fast and easy to consume with high perceived value and high actual value. That's something that your target market wants. Like, for example, some strategy how to get their first 500 leads in the next 60 days, for example, or how to rank a video on YouTube in the next 10 days or something like that. Some sort of a way of a video training. Video is better than PDF, by the way, because it bonds much better with people. But create some sort of a training and put it behind a capture page, and then pre-frame your next value. So like you have this pie that holds the whole total value that what you have to offer, and you can take a piece of the pie and you can offer it as a lead magnet to attract people to your email list. So that's definitely something that you need to start thinking about. What is it? Who are your customers, and how do you want to serve them? What do they need? What do they want? What they desire most, and give it to them. Give them what they want. Learn the skill and put a training behind it. You have to start doing that in order to have other people, follow you and treat you seriously. Because if you're going to just hide behind done for you stuff that other people are created for you, you'll never build your brand. Okay, you will never build something big. You may have you'll make maybe a sale, one or two here and there, but you will never have this following of people who will attend your webinars and open your emails and trust what you're saying and stuff like that, and give you testimonials. Okay, you're just leaving so much money on the table if you are not leveraging you. You should build you before anybody else. Okay. Here a little bit echo from the side. So, what questions do you have so far? Let's start with Karen.
I'm okay.
I'm not sure why you are not showing up on the video here, but anyway.
Because it's 9:40 p.m. here, and I look like that.
No, that doesn't matter. Okay, so Karen.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What you're thinking about? Kind of.
The one thing that I'm kind of getting a hard time figuring out is like about the sales funnel.
Mm-hmm.
What content to make it about, because as I told you a few days ago, I'm like going around with this feeling that, who am I to, share from an experience that I don't really have. I'm kind of in the beginning of all this, and I'm learning a lot from you in your blog and MLSP, and a lot of content that I'm reading and watching, but still I'm having like a hard time feeling secure to give someone like a coaching about it, or to present myself as a master about something that I just studied like a few days ago. So I'm kind of struggling with that psychologically.
Yeah, you don't need to present yourself as a master when you are not. You need to just be you and share something valuable. And who are like Karen? Who is like thinking about who am I to share content with other people?
I agree,
Jay?
Darren. Yeah.
You feel it too?
Yeah, exactly the same. It's just you can start teaching the people, but what if they're gonna ask some questions which you haven't got the answer, and who are you? I'm not mastered anything yet, so I'm not sure how to even start teaching that kind of things.
What if somebody asks you a question and you knew deep down inside that you go and find out the answer and then go back to the person?
Yeah, but if he asks you like in a conversation like on Skype, not like on the email or on Facebook where you have like a gap of time to figure out the answer.
Or you should say, I'm gonna come back with these questions or something like that.
But
Well,
I don't know. That kind of feels unprofessional to like. I don't know. To me, personally.
well, you think in terms of scarcity right now, both of you. There is an abundance of people. There is an abundance of people out there. Literally, 3 billion people are going to come to the internet in the next 3 years. 3 billion people, and like 160,000 people join home businesses every single week. Do you understand how many people are out there? If you screw up with some person who will not think that you are quote professional, and you don't have, they'll tackle you with some question that you'll not have an answer to. There are literally thousands and thousands other people that you can that you can help. So if you are not going to start acting as if you are teachers and mentors and leaders, you're never going to become teachers and mentors and leaders. Okay, it's just never going to happen. If you need to start acting like that, you need to step inside this role right now. Okay, even though it feels a little bit uncomfortable, and might be a little bit big shoes, but you need to step inside of this role right now, whatever it takes. Even if you don't know exactly what you're doing, if you're not sure 100%, that what you're teaching is even something that is valuable, you need to still do it. You need to trust yourself that um, with each day, the clarity is going to be higher and better. And the more you shoot videos, the better you're going to be at shooting videos. The more you'll write blog posts, the more you'll be better at writing. It's just the more you speak with people, the better you're going to be at prospecting and connecting with people and asking the right questions. But if you're not going to do that, you will never figure out, what is it that is holding you back, and what you need to do to go to the next level. Before it's in the process, in the middle of doing that, you will find out what are your weak spots and what you need to work on. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Bill, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's very common to everybody, on this, that time at the very beginning. Um, Even maybe you get started with short videos on small topics, and then kind of build out from there, and just start putting up more and more content. Maybe in just small little areas where you think maybe you can help somebody. That's my best guess at the very, very beginning.
Yeah, yeah. First of all, you need to understand that a lot of people that you are learning some stuff, and a lot of people are not knowing what you've just learned. Just right now, like a webinar that you attended or some video that you learned, what you watched right now, literally, so many other people, they don't have a clue. And if you show up with the energy, with the passion, with the excitement, with you are there to show up and be yourself and help other people with this kind of mindset, a lot of people that are going to find what you're sharing about meaningful, and they're going to learn from you, and they will start following you. And this is the thing. A lot of people, they are still allowing themselves to complain a little bit, and share some negativity with other people. But if you want to step into the leadership role, you have to stop complaining at all. And whenever you have a problem, you need to go and figure it out. And you can ask for help, of course, but not ask in a way that you are complaining. Okay, you can ask for help in a way that just like a friend. help me out with this. I'm going to figure this out one way or another. You know what I mean? But people, because people smell it from afar. If you are, if you are struggling, you don't need to show up and post on your Facebook or anywhere on your blog post and give any signs that you are struggling. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, that's very, very important. That's very, very important that you will not showcase in any way that you are struggling. You can talk about things in a way that you can talk about your vision, you can talk about the problems of other people. Here's a winning formula. Whenever you are creating a content, you know, start talking about some issues that other people are having, and why it's important what you're sharing. Here's a little formula I learned from Eben Pagan, one of my great mentors. And the way that he's teaching is, first he explains why it's important, what he's sharing, and then he goes out and teaches it, and then he challenges other people to start doing and applying what it is that he taught, and he gives specific assignments of how to apply this information. If you follow this simple formula, this is a very valuable piece of content, because first of all, you start with why it is important, what people are struggling with, and they will miss out if they don't get this information that you're about to share with them, and then teach them a couple of things, a couple of concepts, and then challenge them to apply. Okay, challenge them to apply what it is that you taught them. This is a very, um, very useful framework for you to start thinking about any piece of content that you create. Like on my webinars, I always start with what you're going to learn and why it is important before I go into the content. Um, so let's see. Who has already started creating content here?
Yeah, I did.
Jay, you started creating content?
Yeah, I got my website up and running, so I'll put a few posts on my blog.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Awesome. You started creating blog posts?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. We're going to talk more about blogging and blog posts on my other weekly webinars I'm going to do on Tuesdays,
Okay.
because it's there is more to it than just blogging. There is a lot of ways that you can do to enhance your blog and what you blog about, and how the layout of the site, and how do you give call to actions and stuff like that. And how do you brand you? There are a lot of things that are going on. Uh, then you may not realize that you don't know what you don't know. But awesome, awesome. I love it that you start creating your blog. My blog looked horrible when I started back in not so long ago, in April 2014. I started my blog, and
Okay.
at the beginning, like everybody else, I didn't have any traffic to it. I started blogging and posting, and figure stuff out along the way. But blogging is one thing. What about videos? Have you started doing videos?
No, I haven't started any videos. No. No.
Okay, so videos. Start doing videos. Buy a camera that shoots HD, and then have a microphone, wireless microphone preferably. But don't let it stop you if you don't have money for a microphone. Start shooting a video, and then have like a software like Camtasia to get it to Camtasia and edit the video a little bit. It takes me a very little time right now to edit the video because I learned this skill, and it's not that difficult to edit videos really in Camtasia. You can learn it in one day, in 5 hours, just watching a couple of tutorials in Camtasia, or take a course on Camtasia, and you will do it, because it helps if you can do it, as opposed to relying all the time on outsources to edit your videos. Sometimes you want to edit something small or add some your personality there that is hard to convey to video outsources, what exactly you want to produce in the video.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to have a look at it.
Videos is going to be a very fundamental part of your success. A very, very fundamental part. Building a relationship with people on your list, the way that you structure campaigns, recording your screen kind of videos. Videos are very, very important. If you haven't started doing videos, you have to start doing videos. Bill, what are your thoughts?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was just going to see if at some point in time you mentioned about having a thing about the stuff that should be on your blog. First of all, I'd like to see that. I don't know when you have in mind to do that, but I definitely want to see that webinar. The other thing I was wondering is, would you, because I've fiddled around with Camtasia enough to know I still don't know enough about it. Is there ever a time where you could do like a test video, but just do a screen and show us how you edit a video on Camtasia, even if it took you like 5 or 10 minutes, where we saw the actual process of how you did it?
Sure, I can record how I edit my daily inspirational show.
Yeah, even if just seeing one of them would be really helpful. I mean, I think it would demystify a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, it's not a problem.
That would
Tomorrow.
be great. I was curious, when are you planning on that webinar about the blog content? Because I'm really
Tuesday,
what time?
2 p.m. Eastern.
All right.
Oh,
Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Will you have a recording of it if I have to miss it?
Yeah, it's going to be recorded for sure.
Okay, perfect.
What I'm planning to do is having this Blogging Success Academy membership site. Eventually, I'm going to have lots of videos there on blogging and different parts of blog, and I'm going to charge, I don't know, $20 or $30 per month for people to access this site. But for right now, and all of you guys, of course, are going to get free access to that. But I'm going to build it over time to something big, because blogging, I believe, is a very, very core to the business. Without a blog, is very, very hard to grow a business. I mean, building your list. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, because I have to run in about 5 minutes, but I'm really glad you touched on some of this stuff, because this is some of the stuff that I'm really interested in, and I'm right at that point where some of this stuff you're about to teach will be immediately impacting some stuff I'm doing. So I'm your timing's really, really good with that topic, and whenever you could do a thing showing on that Camtasia example, that would be absolutely awesome.
Okay, tomorrow I'm going to create another daily inspirational show video. I can record myself editing it.
That would be fantastic. Thank you.
All right, cool. I'm going to upload it to our MLSP membership site that I've created. MLSP Fast Track to 10K.com. I'm going to upload it to that. Probably create a technical videos type of page and put it there.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. So Bill, before you go, any other questions you want to address?
Well, I have that one question from earlier, but it may be too involved for you right now. It was just that question about when you're getting your new leads coming in, if you were channeling them through like an MLSP introduction and then having the MTTB funnel down the way that gets tripped later. It's not even something you necessarily address now, today, but it's something I was kind of curious about in terms of how you transition one to another, because I know you do both.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm currently working on putting up the mob funnel together on the back end. It's not ready, it's not live yet. But what I'm planning to do is um, teaching them. But like whatever you're promoting something, even mob, something high ticket, right? You want to do it in a way that is going to teach other people. Even in your marketing pieces, you have to add value first, and a ton of value. So I'm going to teach people, about generally about affiliate marketing, how to get results with affiliate marketing, why it's important to have high tickets with a part as part of them running a home business. Why it's important. Not necessarily mob can be a solution. Mob can be a perfect solution, but I will give them an idea, a general idea, if they don't want to go with mob, that they need to have it as part of their system, as part of their funnel. See what I mean?
Yes.
I'm going to teach them. I'm going to teach them why it's crucial, because when people understand in simple terms why they need it, it's going to help them much better to take action and learn more when they see it clearly in their minds, when you can connect the dots that, hey, this is exactly what I'm doing, this is how it works. And then when you're able to show some testimonials of other people succeeding with that, like the way I see other people, they have like in mob, for example, they have a video showing up with different testimonials for different people. So what I can do is I can use those things in my marketing and showcase those testimonials inside the video itself. But it's all in the midst of first adding value and teaching people. Always do that before you talk about the actual offer, because it will make much more sense. And from there, what I'm working on is really create a good bonus offer. This is what's going to kick people over the edge. In the end of the day, when you have some cool value, a lot of value, they see the value, and they all also have a deadline that if they don't take action, they're going to miss out. This is going to help a lot with conversions. So I'll probably put a timer there. This offer is going to be available for the next, say, 48 hours, and then uh, get bonuses from them. You can do that technically. It's not that difficult to do, to set up a timer like that. So yeah, this is how I'm not going to have mob in the front end of my funnels, because I think it's much more wise to target home business entrepreneurs. There are so much more of
Well,
them.
see, what you're
Get it?
saying there is valuable because um, for me right now, I'm going through the video thing into mastery on MLSP, and then once I've done that and I've set I've got my account fairly well set up, then I'm going to want to kind of graduate into stuff on Instagram and starting to get in from different areas more and more leads, and then apply the virtues of MLSP to my new list and kind of get started from there. That's another thing that I'm guessing you'll have some sort of a training on that transition period at the beginning with no leads and starting stuff with like Instagram and some things of that nature, and then
I've
starting.
created a I've created a training on Instagram marketing. I don't know if you have seen it. This 1 hour long training that I've done specifically on Instagram, how to get results with it.
Okay, I will look for that.
Yeah, I've posted it on my blog. You can look it out. So Instagram is one part, and I'm part of it. Why I'm doing those team hangouts is I want to get feedback from you to understand what kind of content to create inside the membership site that I want to build for you.
Hmm.
What you cover first, and what do I need to more hone on in terms of my skills to give you more value? So
well, I'm going to watch your Instagram training. I want to see that and start implementing that here too. So these are all good topics that you're talking about. I'm glad you're talking about these.
awesome. By the way, tomorrow is going to be I'm going to host another webinar at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm going to invite two of my friends, Justice Egan and Adam Chandler, that I met in the last Live the Dream 5, and they're cool guys. They are L5 leaders in MLSP, and we're going to have a challenge. Like literally, we're going to challenge people to create content on a daily basis and do stuff that are going to produce results, profits every single day. So join me tomorrow if you can at 2 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to talk a lot about the daily activities and what to focus on to get results and challenge you to start producing every day.
Will we get a link to that for tomorrow? Will it be posted, a link to that?
First of all, I've created an event in Facebook and I invited all of my friends. I've also
Okay.
emailed my list.
Okay.
You should see it, and I'm going to post on my wall as well today or tomorrow maybe.
Okay.
So join me tomorrow. Awesome. You
Vitaliy,
have
I've got
to
to
go.
run, but I really appreciate it. It was great today. Thank you.
All right, awesome, Bill. We'll talk soon.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Jay and Joy and Karen, what do some of the questions that you have at this point?
Actually, I have one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was kind of wondering about like, okay, it all seems like very complicated to me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
on one hand, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm now creating my blog. I'm like really at the first steps. And on one
Mm-hmm.
hand, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I need to have enough content. I mean, to look serious, so someone will like leave his number and his name and his email to
Mm-hmm.
capture like people. And on the other hand, I'm thinking to myself like, I mean, I have to start from somewhere. I mean, I'm kind of like confused on how when to start having the leads and how if I don't have enough content yet. I don't have any content right now.
Yeah, well,
So
if you
like,
don't
am I
have
supposed
content,
to
leads
build
are
it
not
all
going to come.
before?
Well, it's best to have a good offer to capture leads on your blog before you start doing your content marketing. So when people come to your blog, it's going to be optimized for them to take action and join your list. If you don't have it in place, and people will come and they will go, and you will not capture their information. So you need to have some enticing offer there, and you can use one of the MLSP campaigns and put it on the sidebar and put it as part of your offer for right now, uh, until you figure out something you will offer in terms of your training, your ebook or your video course. So you can use something from MLSP and offer
So
them as a bribe.
so I'm a bit confused because like on one hand I'm hearing that like I can take content from, I mean, an offer from MLSP and like put some tools maybe like Aweber and all kinds of different tools that can be like that can come in handy for someone who's just building his blog. But on the other hand, I'm hearing like that I need to create content daily. So I'm asking, I mean, I'm kind of confused. What content am I supposed to create daily and how? I mean, do you understand what I'm asking?
How do you create content? Where if you're creating a blog post, you sit in front of the computer and you type. That's how you
Yeah, that's
create content.
not, of course, not technically, but I mean,
If you haven't got any ideas, sometimes use just someone's email who basically send it to you. Just put a couple of pictures on there. Just, I don't know, just you use someone's email. See if it's because sometimes they send in emails which is with some information that is valuable for you, so you can share the same information on your blog as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you're learning on the webinar, you, like I said, you summarize, you take notes, and you create a compelling headline, and create, like, it doesn't have to be long at first. You know, 500, 600 words, something like that, with a call to action at the end. It can be great, like with a PS line, a picture there. We're going to talk about more of that on Tuesday webinar, okay? How to structure a blog post.
Okay.
But you can take, like, for example, go and one of the campaigns, like for example Instagram, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
you can study, you can watch my webinar, and you can create your own version of something that you will, you know, a couple of tips that you can give them when they sign up, and then you can say, hey, if you want to go deeper into that, then you can watch this webinar and send them to a button to click to go to the next page and watch an MLSP webinar. Like, for example, that's one of the things that you can do. And any kind of campaign in MLSP, that's exactly what you can do. Instead of them directing them straight to a page where they're going to watch a video, you can create a short PDF report or a video where you summarize and give a couple of tips, and then direct them to go further, you know, and study more, because that's what you have learned from.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, when I hear, I mean, when you say create content daily, I mean, if I look at like where I'm standing now in the really beginning of the process, so the meaning of that is like posts on the blog, like just to like create the blog with small posts, not to like create courses and things that are maybe a few steps away. Like
No,
start with posts and like just short posts, maybe like an about me page and maybe a sales funnel that's based on an MLSP campaign. Or
yeah. I'm not asking you to create full courses. Of course, that's much more advanced. But creating short articles on your blog, and then making sure that you integrate the content that you are creating in other places too. So you post it on your blog, but you go into IBO Toolbox and post it there too. You go to Better Networker, you post it too. You go to your fan page and you post there too. You see what I mean? You integrate it to different places, and you can go to other sites too to integrate it. So that people will you create the content once, and then you talk about it in all different places, and you send an email to people about it. If you don't have an email yet, you need to start building your list, right? So that you will have people that you can email to.
yeah, but I need content so people will write down their emails and start from there. I need like something.
Everybody starts from
Yeah.
somewhere, from zero, exactly from zero. Everybody starts.
Mhm.
The list doesn't appear suddenly. You know, your list is something that
Yeah.
you work hard to generate by the value that you provide. And when you buy leads, when you buy traffic, like Jay, you may have experienced that when you bought some solo ads, right?
Yeah.
And you buy this traffic that comes to a done for you campaign. How is the response when you start emailing those people? I mean, are they opening the emails?
Well, usually they open probably, let's say, 10% or 5% of the 100. It depends how many you got. I've got like over 1,000, but usually when you're sending that like email, to them usually just like probably just 10% opening the email.
Okay, 10% open rate is not bad, so that you know. 2% is more typically what's happening in those scenarios. But
So
if you have
probably
10%,
they're making good content.
yeah, you should be you are not in a bad place, I would say. 10% is a little bit more than the average. I mean, it very depends. If you have a very targeted value-based sequence, and you you have some goodwill and content out there, and people come. Let's say they watched a couple of videos of you, and then you have a great video training for them. Of course, the open rates for the emails are going to be higher. They're going to be 40%, 50%, 60%,
Yeah.
70%. That's much more targeted. That are more targeted leads. They know who you are, and they know what they sign up for. But buying solo ads, and people are putting their email blindly. I mean, they are just curious what it is on the other side, right? And they don't know what to expect from this list and etc. That's why 10% is pretty good for those type of leads. But the more you are strategic about where you are taking people from and how do they get to your list and what exactly do they get, and the more strategic you are, how you structure your campaigns and your follow-ups and all of that, the higher are going to be your open rates, and the better are going to be the overall response, because you want ultimately people to respond to you, to read your stuff, to open your emails, and there's a whole science to email marketing. This is a whole nother part. Karen, you're not there yet. I mean, you need to learn how to build your list in the first place in order to start emailing them. Then once you have your list, then there's a whole nother challenge of how do you market to, how do you build relationship with people on the list, how do you do email marketing. And it's not like a rocket science. You need to create curiosity-based headlines, and you need to provide value. Just be yourself and sharing stories. Storytelling is something that you need to learn. You need to learn, and the sooner the better. The better you're going to be at telling and sharing stories and telling stories, the better you're going to be, because people connect with stories. I mean, say for example, compare the sales process of you are talking about the features and the benefits of a product versus you are saying, I used to do X, Y, and Z, and I was struggling X, Y, and Z. But it wasn't until I found this magic solution that things started to shift for me. And you're doing it in a way of a story. That's what hooks people. I mean, much better when they hear a personal story. People are very compelled to hear a story if it's good. But those are very advanced skills. I mean, you need to understand that there is so much things that you don't know what you don't know that you need to learn, and that should excite you. That should excite you, because you will always grow. As long as you invest in yourself and take the time to further your skills, there is always more to learn. Like Dagan Smith, for example, he's been doing it for quite a long time, since 2005, and now he has a list, I believe, in somewhere between maybe 300. No, I think much more than that. Probably close to 1,000,000 emails at this point, I think. And
so, how did he build all the lists like that?
So he invested more than $1 million in his mind. In his mind.
That's a different story.
In his skills, you see what I mean? And he emailed his list once a day, even twice a day, consistently for the last 8 years. So
Wow.
he wrote a lot of emails. He wrote a lot of emails over 8 years, as you can imagine. Eight, I think like maybe 6 or 7 or 8,000 emails. I mean, you can write 10 books with those amount of emails that you write. But you know, there is a whole other level of sophistication that you can get the further that you progress. That's what you need to learn and understand. I mean, you can. What I want for you right now is to start experiencing some success. Getting some sales under your belt. That will bring you some confidence to um, to continue and improve your skills. So before you get to $10,000 a month, you should get to your first $100, right?
Yeah.
Your first $100. Um, this should excite you the most when you make your first $100 because you know when you do that you can do 200, you can do 1,000, you can do 10,000, you
Yeah.
can do 100,000. Have you made any sales yet, Jay?
I make quite a few now.
2 sales?
No, I make like 23 now, by now.
23 sales?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. But you also invest in a bunch of money
Yeah.
to make those sales, right? And the
Yeah, exactly.
the ROI wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the process, obviously, you need to improve your process of the whole process of from people who don't know you to becoming your customer, right? It should be streamlined and improved, and the better process you have in place, the more you're going to be as a business operator. Like in business, you play four roles. One is a value creator, creating value. The other one is operating the business like a business operator, where the profits are coming from and what the process you take people to become your customers. And then you play the role of marketing director, creating marketing pieces, putting out together campaigns and stuff like that. And then you play the role of people developer, developing people, building teams, working with your staff, with your outsources, and people who will help you. So those are four roles that you eventually play in your business to create value creator, business operator, marketing director, and people developer. And the better you're going to be at those four roles, the better your business is going to be. So I know I've thrown a bunch of stuff at you, and let's see at this point. With Joy, have you've been quiet for all of this time? I'm not sure that you even hear us, but Jay and Karen, any more questions? I mean, what do you want me to create in terms of content and training inside the membership side that will help you?
Well, I definitely want to see that webinar about blogging because I'm starting doing blogging as well. So I want to see like how to get more content, where to get ideas, what to put on your blog. So I definitely gonna watch it.
Awesome. And I will create a training about lead magnets and how to create your own lead magnet, stuff like that, and go into more detail about creating your own sales funnel.
Okay. Cool.
Because this is important. This is very, very important that you start doing that. Where are those sales came from, by the way, Jay?
I keep buying the solo ads. I get some from pay-per-click, some of them pay-per-view, but most of them get from the paid traffic from the solo ads.
You will message me a campaign, okay, on Facebook. Well, Where do you send the traffic to?
Okay.
Where
You
do you
mean a
have like
squeeze
one
page?
campaign to a squeeze page that you created?
No, no, you are using the someone done it for me.
Okay, but it's yours. I mean, you
Yeah,
built
well,
your
yeah, it is mine. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And what is the next page that they're seeing after the squeeze page?
They seen the Mob sales video.
Okay, so here it is. Here's the problem with your conversions. I mean, this if you start a relationship with people um, on trying to sell them something right from the start, I mean, they're not going to be so much responsive to you. Understand?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you have to give to relate. It's like when you're promoting like some a business opportunity like Mob. It's like going to a date on the first date and proposing to a girl to marry you. You know, you've just seen each other for the first time, and you're asking for commitment. You're asking to marry, and that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens when people try to push the business down people's throats, and take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Let's marry together. Let's build a business together. But
So,
you just
so
met.
I was kind of lucky. So someone agreed to marry me. That's what you're saying.
You were kind of lucky, yeah. That they will somehow it's probably you robbed the borrowed the credibility of Matt Lloyd
Yeah.
from there somewhere in the process. Um, but it's much more smarter to build relationship first with people and give them value and build this trust first. And when you do that, you can market whatever you want. And in a way, again, in your marketing pieces, you need to add value in your marketing pieces themselves and come off like a trusted advisor. When you come off like a trusted advisor, when you recommend somebody to do something, not because you are pushing them the product, but because you care about them and you know it will help them, um, that's a whole other story. That's what you need to learn how to do. So I challenge you to start creating some videos. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going to
I
challenge you
actually
to do.
bought the camera, so I'm probably gonna start doing it.
Joy is laughing there. He's probably hearing what we are saying, but he doesn't have a microphone.
Right.
For
He's
for
already
some
doing
reason.
that.
Huh? Maybe I've muted her for some reason. No?
No.
No, it's probably not the case. Anyway, I hope that Joy hears us. And this laughter means that she knows that she needs to create more videos. All of you know that you need to create more videos. I mean, face-to-face videos, and do you want to see my tripod? Yeah, here it is. This this thing holds everything. Do you want to see my camera? Hold on a second. This is the camera. Okay.
Vitali,
Very
is
simple.
the camera on smartphones, is it good enough?
Smartphone for the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you all the smartphones today
Hello?
they produce HD. Yeah, Joy.
Oh, hi.
Hi, finally I can hear you.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you been
I can
hiding? What?
I can hear you guys, but I just can't. The mic is not work.
Now
And
it
I think
started to work.
yeah, I
All
fix it
right,
now.
so you've been listening the whole time, right?
I have missed in the middle part because the connection is lost.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I come back always. Yeah.
So what some of the questions that you have at this time?
Uh, I have. Do you know the Facebook? How do you find people to talk to? Like, do you need to find someone to talk to about your business opportunity and something like that? Then how do you find them to?
You don't go and find people to talk about your business opportunity, first of all.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's your first problem. Okay, nobody cares about your business opportunity on Facebook.
Uh,
People care about their businesses and what they are struggling with and how you can help them. And your business opportunity is not one of the solutions. They probably already have a lot of things going on. They're trying to build something of their own. So you're going to Facebook first of all with a mindset of create some connection and friendships,
mm,
okay, to make a friend and have some kind of a response to build rapport with people. You know what is rapport? When you have
uh,
this connection,
yeah,
uh,
talk to them. Like,
you have something in common. You have something in common. You have some rapport, um, a- and uh, and then from there you ask them some questions, about their business, how they're generating leads, how they're building their business. Do they have a blog? Do they have a website? Have
mm,
they started building their list? What are they focusing on right now? Stuff like that. And uh, when you start doing that and you see what people are struggling with, you can go out and learn the skill yourself and then create a training. And then the next time that you talk with somebody, you can direct them, hey, I've just created an amazing training that is going to teach you exactly that, how to do that. So go and watch it. And people will watch it, and then you can schedule, for example, an appointment later to talk with them on
okay.
Skype.
Yeah.
So how do you find them? You find them on groups that
Yeah,
you both
I
you
find
both what?
sorry. I find one girl's in a group and she say I need help with make money online, and then I talk to her, and after she say I don't want to build a full time online business. I just want some part time thing like doing review and something like that. So
Okay.
and then okay, I say okay.
Well, there are different people that they
Yeah.
are on different phases
Mm,
on their growth and development.
mm,
So you go to groups that preferably people they spend money to get in this group. They are business owners.
mm,
They are in the home business industry, and you can go to even some pages like pages of people who have big fan pages in this space, and you can go there and you can start conversations with those people. You can leave some comments there on the pages
yep.
or in the group, and people will start adding you as a friend and checking you out as well. But if you find somebody who has a problem and he's posted in the group, if you can answer this to the problem and you can leave some value-based comment, people will reach out to you as well. But
Okay.
don't wait for that to do that. Just go and start conversation with people in
Okay.
groups. And it's very very simple. You don't need to be thinking at all about your business or stuff like that. You need to just start a conversation and get some sort of a response from
Mm,
people, right? To get them respond to you and answer your questions and reveal to you basically, reveal to you what are they struggling with. Because if people can do that, you have the power. When people reveal what they are struggling with, you have the power because you can
okay.
you can guide them. You can guide them to a training. Always guide them to a free training that they can
Mm,
learn more about that. Not some business, uh,
okay.
but a free training.
Okay.
Preferably a free training that you've done.
Yeah, I just did 4 days training for short
Uh-huh.
video.
Yeah, yeah, you can shoot a video, put it on YouTube, and then direct people to watch your video on YouTube.
Okay.
Um, it's much better.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Karen, uh,
Yep.
what we were speaking about previously, I didn't about the camera. I think you asked something about the
Yeah, about the smartphone.
yeah. I saw some guys who released like full-blown HD courses that have been shot on iPhone. So if you're really if you know what you're doing, you can create some amazing videos on iPhone too. You don't have to have like a fancy camera to do that. I personally prefer the Canon. This is Canon Vixia HFR 400. If you can um, get to yourself, it's pretty cool camera. Canon Vixia HFR 400. It costs around 300 bucks, maybe lower right now. I'm not sure. But it should shoot in HD. That's the most important part. Um, yeah. So preferably have a camera, but you can start with your smartphone definitely, as long as it will show up nicely and not like
Mhm.
be in the middle like that, but it will be like full screen.
Mm.
Mhm.
You can do that. All right. Um, what can you say, guys? Are you excited about 2015?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Have some big goals planned.
Too big to be
No.
true.
Saying affirmations every day, visualizing every day how successful you're going to be. That's part of the process. It's very important that you do that. Have some clear goals in writing. I want to see your journals that you have big goals written there and reminding yourself of your big goals. I have like created this little vision board um, that I have in front besides me on the computer every day. This is a Merc here,
Yeah.
right
More.
there. Yeah, this is being L5 leader in MLSP. Bit
Wow.
backwards there. And some commissions that are possible to create in MLSP that I've took. Some guy there is bi-weekly commissions of $14,000, 6,000, 20,000. That's like $40,000 per month just from MLSP. So there's a guy who is right now he is LL6 leader in MLSP. He already at that point, like 2 months ago, was beyond $500,000 in commissions in MLSP. Pretty cool. So that's what's possible. It reminds me of what's possible. Half a
How
million dollar.
how do you get all this? Where do you get all this?
Where the money comes, where the money comes. It falls from the sky.
All right.
No, all the money comes from people. All the money that you ever need for you, for your business, will realize that it comes from people, from real breathing people. That's where the money comes from. And if you help people, if you focus on helping people, you will start receiving money. That's how it works. No, if you stop focusing on the money part and start focusing on helping people, the money will start showing up.
I show you my whiteboard.
Huh.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
My daily plan.
Hmm.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm
One
go.
video, one blog post, and one Facebook post every day. So ready to do it.
You're still ready to do it. You're not doing it yet. You're getting ready to do it.
No, I'm just these few days I just creating my sales funnel, my short video training. So I was doing that thing every day, and after I create a sales funnel. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, awesome, awesome. And I know you're still working, right? Uh,
hmm
like
Yeah, I
in
just
on your day.
uh working in the
Awesome.
kitchen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I know it may be challenging. I know the story of one woman. Listen to this, Karen.
Mhm.
She was working at McDonald's for a couple of years, and he was working on her online business in the breaks between working in McDonald's for a couple of hours every day, 3 hours every day, like in the lunch and after work, and
Mhm.
it was going on for 2.5 years like that until she broke through. She had a big breakthrough. Of course, she quit McDonald's and she's now making full-time income online, and she's a trainer doing webinars and all sorts of things. But it doesn't matter where you are, even if you're working at McDonald's, you know, you can still do it. I have
I would stay with McDonald's. I would stay with McDonald's.
you'll stay with McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's are hiring teenagers right now. You can apply.
Bit older than that.
Don't make me hungry, guys.
You make you hungry.
Yeah.
You should not eat in those late hours. Oh man, who is going to fly to Live the Dream 6 in July, in end of July, to
Where is it?
Austin, Texas?
Oh, bit too far.
Oh man, don't say too far. I'm from Israel. It's a 30-hour flight from me. You're saying it's too far. I need to fly to London, where you are at, and then to fly to America.
Alright.
So you're much closer than me.
Mm.
Oh,
Much closer than me. Um,
I try my best to get there.
you have to be there. You absolutely have to be there, and make a goal to get at least at L1 position and MLSP
Mm.
by July. Why? Because if you are at L1 and more, then they're going to invite you to the pool party at Brian Fanali's house, the founder of MLSP. He has a full day that he invites to his house, to his villa, and there are going to be a barbecue there, and champagne and girls. I'm kidding, but I mean, there's going to be a lot of fun, networking.
so
Uh,
that's why you going.
maybe we'll swim together in the pool, but the whole but it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, you can
Yeah.
meet live and network with. When the last time that I was on Live the Dream 5 event, I flew to Austin, Texas. I I met all of them, all of the people, and I end up interviewing 12 people
Mm.
on video, on camera, doing an interview with them, and it's it's just a whole nother world when you meet people, and you know here it is in front of you, live person who beat the odds. He was a waiter and now he's making 50,000 a month. You know what I mean? Well, when you see that live, it gets real. It gets real. So you definitely have to be at live events. I mean, the pictures you're going to take there, you will use them in your marketing later. It helped me a lot, when I flew to those live events and I took pictures. It helps you with the credibility and stuff like that to shoot those videos and pictures. It will help you later when you do some marketing. It will definitely help you. So live events is not a, a should or a try. It's an absolute must. Figure out a way how to do that. I don't care if you don't have the money. You need to fly to, especially to this event, to Live the Dream 6. in Austin, Texas, you have to be there. You absolutely have to be there.
Gonna swim over the ocean. Gonna start it now.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna swim over the ocean. Gonna start it now. Probably gonna make it.
Don't need to swim over the ocean. It's much simpler than that these days. You have a plane. You have a plane. Go there. Um. So guys, tomorrow I'm going to host a webinar at 2 p.m. Eastern Time with Justice Egan and Adam Chandler. Make sure to be there. It's going to be an awesome webinar. Going to kick you something in the butt.
Yeah, sure. Just send us the link.
Here it is, the link in the chat box. Here it is. You all see the chat, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is the link. Sign up for the webinar. Show up the same time tomorrow. Going to have a lot of fun. And also on Tuesday, we are having a webinar on blogging. Again at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And in the meantime, I mean, start focusing on the right things and creating content daily. Okay.
Okay.
Challenge yourself, even if it's the content like on your personal wall. I mean, some short article, something inspirational. It can be considered a content too. Okay, so don't beat yourself up if you don't create a video every day. I mean, challenge yourself to create a video every day. It's going to help you a lot, and the more comfortable you're going to become in being uncomfortable, the better the better results you're going to get. I mean, I'm still getting used to creating a video every day. It's not falling like so easy for me. You know, like I'm brushing my teeth to create a video every day, right? But you know, I enjoy it because it challenges me. I have to think about what I'm going to teach you and come up with fresh new content every day. It forces me to become a better student, right? To become a better teacher, you have to become a better student, and explain things in a way that makes sense. So I practice in my mind before I shoot a video. I talk to myself. I'm thinking about ideas of how I'm going to create the video, what I'm going to talk about, what are the main points, what will come first, what will come second. And you know, sometimes it takes me 10 shoots to create a video. You know, not from the first try. I will make the video roll, and then I stumble upon something, and then I will do it again, and then I will do it again, and on the 10th time is going to be awesome. You know. So
Do you edit your videos?
I edit only the beginning and the end, and put in some text in the middle.
Okay.
So I have the video is running from start to finish. I'm just having an intro, an outro. I'm having it, but it's the same, and it's the same intro and the same outro basically. I'm just editing the middle part in terms of adding some text and emphasizing some stuff. But that's basically it. It takes me another 10 minutes to edit a video. You know, not a long time. And you will get better in practice, right? You will get better, absolutely. Don't get frustrated if you put up a video and you have like only 2 views. Okay, don't get frustrated about that. You need to understand that you are being watched. You are being watched. Whatever you are doing, you are being watched. Even if you don't seem like other people are watching you, they are watching you. Okay, and you need to have faith in yourself. Then you are going to stick with your plan, and you're going to keep marching forward, no matter what, and your audience will grow. You'll have more people, more visitors, more views, more everything is going to be more. So be consistent. Be consistent. That's the key.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm going to let you go. It's going to have
Vitaliy, can you send me that link again? I can't see on the chat box.
yeah, sure. Are you on my email list?
I think I am.
Well, if you are, you should have received an email from me earlier.
Okay.
But I'm going to send you anyway via Facebook
Okay.
chat.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. It's been my pleasure today. I hope you took some ideas that will help you to apply in your business and help you gain this momentum that you need. Kick you a little bit in the butt and set some fire under your behind. Because that's what you need. That's what you need. You know, to achieve your dream, it's not going to be easy. It's definitely not easy. But you know what? It's worth it, and you're going to become a person that you will be unrecognizable to your spouse, and unrecognizable to your
Yeah.
neighbors, and unrecognizable to your mother and father. And the
Yeah.
most importantly, you're going to be unrecognizable to your banker. The banker will not recognize you. Hey, Jay, what's going on with you? You look like a different person. Where all the
Yeah.
money came from?
Santa Claus.
Yeah, yeah. And
Landed
you
in
will
the
laugh
sky.
all the way. You will laugh all the way to the bank. And my whole wish for you is that people will start saying to you, where did this guy shows up from? He seems like he showed up from nothing, from nowhere. Um, and you will know in deep inside of you that it's not an overnight success, that you worked hard to create it. But few people will understand. Many people will think it's an overnight success type of thing. But you know that it's going to be earned. All right, so have some fun today. It's a close of the day for me. Getting ready
Me
to a new
too.
day. Yeah, and
All
for
right.
Karen too. Have fun, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot, Vitaliy.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Vitaliy.
You're welcome. Love you guys.
All right.
Take
Bye
Have
care.
a
bye.
great
Night.
day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.